Destin here with another look at Mass Effect Andromeda for IGN First. Today, we're looking at the Tempest. While the Tempest is your primary means of transportation between the Hyperion and nearby planets, it's also where your crew spends most of its time. Fans of the narrative aspects of Mass Effect will find interesting conversations after missions and emotional responses true to each crew member's character. Let's start on the bridge for our tour. On the bridge, you'll find Suvi, the Tempest science officer who has some interesting quirks.
The swelling has gone down significantly, and I seem to be able to talk normally again.
Good. Keep me updated, and remember, cool food and liquid only. Nothing spicy.
Thank you, Lexi.
You licked a rock, didn't you?
I was distracted and forgot it was a Helios rock. I do it unconsciously. When I was little, my father and I would go on expeditions. The lick test was a huge part of it.
Nearby, Kalojath is your Solarian pilot.
Now it's become a haven, just as it was meant to be.
Every good space station needs a big lake. Maybe some fountains.
Indeed. Even non-amphibians need a little water.
He's no joker, but he makes flying the ship look easy. Heading out and to the right from the bridge, you'll find a loadout station where you can build out your character's weapon, armor, consumables, squad, and nomad customizations. As we leave the bridge and walk closer to the center of the upper quarters, we find Peebee. She's standing next to a station that allows you to monitor the cryopods you've awoken, buy and sell items, research and develop new items, and to access the strike team missions which tie single and multiplayer together. Today we're focusing on characters though. Let's see what Peebee's up to.
How are you getting along with the team?
I'm keeping it light and pleasant. Even Lexi isn't exactly what I'd expected. And Jaal, I'm learning what makes him tick. We're lucky to have an Angara with us.
Liam was a very calming presence on the Tempest when we played. He's always keeping the crew in check.
Luckily, I have the perfect way for people to unwind. Movie night.
Taking a breather for a good movie? I could get behind that.
Best part is, it doesn't need to be good.
Each character has interesting quirks and distinct responses. Above Peebee's location, you'll find a VidCom terminal for important messages and a poker game log about the crew's regular games. Below this spot, you'll find the Nomad with Drac and Gil nearby. Gil's the guy who handles ship repairs.
How does it feel seeing the Nexus come together?
It's starting to cook. Be what it was meant to be. For the longest time, I never thought that would happen. And we're making it happen, Ryder.
As I mentioned earlier, each interaction will be affected by your decisions as you progress through the story. As a Krogan, Drac is especially unafraid to make his voice heard.
Anything about the Ket, or combat in general?
Well, common Ket are pretty straightforward. Hit them hard enough, they die like anything else.
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Wraiths are sneaky little shits, like to ghost up behind you when you least expect it. Just listen for them. They tend to give themselves away right before coming at you.
Today, however, we're on his good side. Vetra is down on the lower level.
Kadara is a lifesaver. I'd promised some people some things I wasn't sure I could get. Turns out I can get them all on Kadara. Funny how things work out.
You can learn more about her past, and what makes her tick. There's also Lexi the Doctor, Jaal, who we'll learn more about soon, and smaller things like the email system and little mysteries you can solve while aboard the Tempest that work together to make you feel like you're part of a crew. There's plenty more to experience on this ship and in Andromeda. So for more, keep it locked on IGN.
Ryder, now! We've got to go!